Margie Feltune, CEO and co-owner of Interview Connections, and this video is about growing a team. Specifically, it is about going from a team of contractors to a team of full-time employees. So in 2017, I was the first employee of Interview Connections. Jessica Rhodes, my business partner, is the founder. She was the sole owner and CEO at that time. And she realized from learning more about HR and actually watching a talk by someone in HR that what we needed for our business to hit our goals and to have the level of service that we wanted was not contractors, but full-time employees. So this was a big shift, right? Because we had to go from this pretty big team of over 10 contractors to letting our contractors go and bringing in-house W-2 employees. I just did a podcast interview with my friend Nikki Nash, who is incredible. She hosts the Market Your Genius podcast. And we dove really deep into what did this process look like? And it really wasn't pretty. And I broke it down with her into kind of three distinct parts. Part one, it was like no structure and no culture. So that was when we first started bringing on employees. And I was leading that, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a lot of experience in hiring and management and leadership, and I was kind of making it up as we went along. So there was not a lot of structure. We didn't really have clear deliverables for them, and I made a lot of mistakes. Then we started working with coaches and mentors who actually had experience growing teams and working with employees. And bringing on a mentor who has done what you want to do is huge, right? Because the coaches we had early on had all contractors. They didn't have any employee experience. A lot of them didn't want employees. They really didn't like employees. So it was really hard to grow a team of employees working with coaches and mentors who didn't know anything about it or who really just didn't like it. So we started working with coaches and mentors who knew how to grow teams. And that's when we really started to get our footing. And we've got into phase two, which was structure, but no culture. So we started learning about KPIs and scheduling blocks and getting clarity with team members on, okay, these are the expectations. This is what success looks like. These are the deliverables. Here are the numbers that you have to hit. And this was helpful, right? This was a lot better than phase one where we had no structure. But it wasn't quite right because we didn't understand culture. So we had these KPIs, we had more structure, but people weren't feeling heard, right? People had gone, there was this pendulum swing, right? From it being very loosey-goosey to suddenly, okay, we have all this structure, there's all these expectations, there was a little bit more pressure. And that had an impact on culture. And at that time, I was not a mature enough leader to really understand culture. So there was a learning curve, right? And especially because our KPIs now included sales and referrals. So we had team members who had been only service-based, now responsible for renewals, reactivations, referrals, upsells. And that was a huge cultural shift for people who had come in for a job that had nothing to do with sales. So then we got to stage three, which is where we are now, which is the combination of structure and culture. And that really is the sweet spot. So keeping the structure that we need so people have clarity on what's expected, what does success look like, but really getting a lot more serious about happiness. Are people being heard? Are we making the most of the team members we have by getting their great ideas, by leveraging the talent that we have to grow and not just adding more resources and more team, but really multiplying the team that we already have and developing them. So that's where we are now. By no means have we arrived. I am not a perfect leader. I am still learning every day about culture and creating a more powerful and healthy culture. I'm learning every day about my own blind spots and weaknesses as a leader, which is very humbling. But I wanted to share this because wherever you are in these stages, it's really hard, right? I know it's really hard, but I just want you to know that you're doing great, you're on your way, and I hope that this is helpful for you because if you have no structure and no culture, or just culture, no structure, just structure, no culture. I hope this video helps you see what could be missing in your business to really get the winning team that you want when you get that amazing combination of a great culture and the structure that they need to succeed.